Hello, and welcome to my class. I'm glad you're taking a look at what I have to provide here. My name is Dr. Valerie Whiting, and I've been working in human services for over 30 years. I have experience working with individuals with acquired brain injury, autism spectrum disorder, and intellectual disabilities, which ensures I have a varied background working with families. Let's take a look at what I have to offer. It's not unusual for parents to go through a wide range of emotions when their child has been given a diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome or autism. Grief and loss are common emotions as parents invariably picture wonderful things for their child's future. The diagnosis will entail readjusting these expectations, and this can be a painful process. But don't worry, there's plenty of help out there for you. Along with this may well be fears for the future. As developmental disorders, it is hard to predict what levels of independence and life skills an autistic child will develop by adulthood. But I'm here to help you answer some of these questions about who you can go to, how to ask the questions, what is the language that you speak when you're talking of autism. The shock of an autism or Asperger's syndrome diagnosis can be likened to throwing a pebble into a pond. The ripples most affect the immediate family, then extended family, friends, school, and the community. Siblings, grandparents, and others who are close to the family will all have different reactions. Make sure you provide everyone with information on the disorder and encourage discussion as well. Send them to this class. They can learn a lot of things about what to do and how to react to an individual with autism. As a parent, you will understandably want to learn as much information as possible and look for appropriate therapies and interventions to help your child. There are many good books available, and of course, this class provides a comprehensive overview of the many issues surrounding autism spectrum disorder. It can be very daunting at first, but the overall picture will fall into place eventually. Of course, you'll want to know where and how to ask for assistance. When looking at interventions, try not to be swayed by unsubstantiated claims on websites or glossy brochures. Remember, the overwhelming majority of parents eventually conclude that the best thing for their child is focusing on love, patience, hard work, and finding a suitable mix of therapies. Professionals know a lot about autism and autism spectrum disorder, but they don't know it all, and more importantly, they have to get to know your child independent of his or her diagnosis. Remembering that if they have met one autistic child, then it's one autistic child. No two children on the spectrum are alike. Unlike the professionals, though, you bring other important information to the table. Your culture, your upbringing, your own experiences, they all weigh into how you will get help for your child and what professionals need to know about you and your family. Just like any profession, the individuals who work with children and adults with autism and autism spectrum disorder have their own type of language. I will teach you some of that language so you'll be aware when you hear it. I will teach you some of the acronyms they use out in the field. Please take your time to learn and print out some of them so you will be well prepared when speaking with professionals. I plan to provide you with advice and tips you need to know about what to do after your diagnosis. This class will be different from others that you have had. So really, do you want to know what you should know and understand as a parent, a teacher, a family member, or a person with autism or autism spectrum disorder? Again, I must say, the primary reason for this class is to provide some real tips to help you today about where to find help, how to ask for assistance, what the professionals know, how to talk to professionals, and what you should know and understand as a parent. If you do, then this will be a good class for you. I'm not going to pretend I know your situation, your child, your family, or circumstances, but I can offer you some sound and solid advice. I plan to provide you with advice and tips you need to know about what to do after your diagnosis. This class will be different from others that you have had. Yes, I will speak to you briefly about autism and autism spectrum disorder. However, again, I must say, the primary reason for this class is to provide some real tips to help you today about where to find help, how to ask for assistance, what the professionals know, how to talk to professionals, and what you should know and understand as a parent. I'm not going to pretend I know your situation, your child, your family, or circumstances, but I can offer you some sound and solid advice.